So today I'm going to be doing the Disney pin tag. So question number 1 on the tag is, which is your oldest pin, or the first pin you ever got? And so I believe it is this Splash Mountain pin. I started collecting pins in 2003 on my trip to Walt Disney World, and that was also the very first time that I rode Splash Mountain, since I was about 10 years old then, and any younger and I would have been too terrified of it. But I rode it then and I just absolutely fell in love with the ride so much. I know I got a Splash Mountain shirt and a Splash Mountain hat, and so I also got this Splash Mountain pin. And to this day, Splash Mountain is probably one of my favorite rides still at the park. Alright, so the question number 2 is, what is your newest pin? So this pin I actually just got in the mail today, and this is the new Mickey PTD, Pin Trader Delight, from the Disney Studio store in Hollywood. They give out these pins as a gift with purchase with one of their Pin Trader Delight Sundays. And so they typically have a set of 2 or 3 different pins you can choose. And so this Mickey was part of the newest set, and someone on Instagram was nice enough to offer pickups for there. So this Mickey, he is a limited edition of 300, and I know he's already sold out at the store. So I'm really happy to be able to add this guy to my collection. So question number 3 is, what's a pin featuring your favorite character? So I'm going to show 2 because it's actually kind of 4 favorite characters together. But with Disney, it's too hard to choose. So this first one features Wally and Eve. Wally is probably hands down my favorite Disney Pixar movie. I've loved it ever since it came out. And so this is the Wally and Eve completer pin from the 2016 Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And so this is a limited edition of 1300, and because it's a completer pin, you could only get it in the boxed or framed sets, but I was lucky enough to find someone who was breaking up one of those sets. And so on the front you can see it's got some little stylized Wally and Eves, and on the inside you got the mistletoe and entangled in lights. Thought it's a really cute pin because I do collect Wally, but I find that a lot of the pins kind of have a similar design. So this one is a little bit different and cute to add. So the next one, with probably my favorite characters, is this Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde pin. I absolutely love the movie Zootopia, and I collect Zootopia pins. And so this pin is an open edition from Disneyland Paris, so I got it sent to me all the way from France. So it traveled a long way to get here. Okay, next on the tag is, what's a pin with a year or date on it? So I have this Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights Hollywood Studios 2011 pin. So 2011 was actually the last time I got to go to Disney World, and we went there in December, close to Christmas time. Did all the typical Disney Christmas things, including seeing the Spectacle of Dancing Lights. And so this pin is a little extra special now because 2015 was the last year that they had Dancing Lights, and now they have a different Christmas show. So I'm really hoping to get back to Disney World soon, but at least I'm close to Disneyland and got to go there for the first time last month. Okay, next on the tag is a pin that has a funny story behind it. So the story isn't exactly really funny, but I was on a trip to Disney World over spring break 2008 with my high school band and choir, since we were performing there, and I really like to collect pins for my favorite attractions. So, ride Expedition Everest, want to get a pin from there, ride Splash Mountain, want to get a new pin from there, and so we were on our last day at Hollywood Studios, got to ride Rock and Roller Coaster, which I think I might have ridden it for the first time then, and so I wanted a pin to commemorate it. But I only had $13 cash left, and we still had to travel all the way back home, which involved about a 24-hour bus ride, and so we needed to eat on the way back. So it was either buy this pin or have money for food on the way home. So I restrained myself. I did not buy this pin then, and I ate on the way home. And so I actually went to Disney World the following year in 2009 with my family, and then I made sure to get this pin since I had to wait a year until I had money to buy it. Okay, so number 6 on the tag is a pin that has the most sentimental value. So this is also one of my original pins from 2003, and it's probably the only pin that's actually appreciated much in value. So this is part of the Old State series. They had pins for each of the 50 states with a different character. And I'm from Illinois. I grew up there, and it always has a really special place in my heart. And also because this was one of my original pins, so this is definitely something I would never want to trade away. Okay, and so the last one on the tag is the pin that took you the longest to find. So I've never actually been able to hold this pin in my hand because it's part of a framed set. But it would be this pin right here, which is Mickey as a geologist with, there you go, with a hidden Mickey geode in there. So I am a geology PhD student, and I was super excited when I found out that there existed a pin of Mickey as a geologist. But it's a limited edition of 250. It came out in 2009, and 125 of those exist in framed sets. So I was lucky enough to find on eBay this LE75 framed set for an amazing deal that had this pin in it. And so I can't touch it. It's behind glass because I don't want to break with the framed set. But this is also has to by far be one of my absolute favorite pins. And so that was just a little bit about my pins with the Disney pin tag.